Do you mind if I record this? It might have some of your audio in it. Okay. So I'm hoping I have a clean butterfly here, and I want to show off a couple techniques for a clean butterfly. So that's just, yes, there are a couple. So double trouble keepback is on, so that alone keeps it interesting. Because the goal is not to let him switch off of melee, so that's as smooth a experience as possible. Shadow is good, so let's use it as much as we can. So I know I'm gonna have to. Where the fuck am I clicking? What is happening? What was that? I don't even know how to explain what just happened. Yeah, that's. I don't know what was clicking there that was making me do that, but that was annoying as heck. I don't know. So right there was something nice. Replay that, if you're watching on YouTube, replay what just happened. Akkha was in the middle instead of off to one side. So to compensate for that, I stepped one tile to the left, to the west, and then instead of clicking this tile right here, I clicked one tile west as well. And then I clicked back to the normal butterfly tile. And that allowed me to not tank a melee from Akkha, even though he was stuck in the middle. Normally if he's coming at you right down the middle, instead of off from one side, you end up having to tank a hit. So doing a quick one tile off movement will allow you to not have to do that. That was one of the things I wanted to show off, and as an example of. Here's the movement from quadrant to quadrant, so you don't miss any ticks. That was something I didn't do in the last video either, I don't think. So that's a way you can transition going north to south. Then going east to west, I have a slightly different way of not missing any ticks. Okay, here's the DPS skip, so we're just going to go up here and walk along the diagonal until the DPS tick, and then get the fuck away from Akkha. Wait for him to come into position here. So here's a movement that I want to do here. Notice that was that I didn't lose a tick there. See that movement right there? It allows you to do one tile back in case you need an extra tick to get a hit off, without having to sacrifice like a whole runaround of Akkha, where you have to miss like 4 ticks of damage. So if you accidentally end up having to go all the way down here, you can go there, 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 there. and it's still that's 5 ticks of movement, so your shadow doesn't miss any downtime, and it keeps it from having to just like hit down here, and then I don't know, it lets you move 5 ticks from 1 tile further south. You have to manually path it, but so 1 tile south of the symbol lets me know that my shadow will. I guess I lost a tick sitting there anyway. Never mind. I'm watching the hourglass timer here. I don't know if I'm going to have to DPS skip. Obviously, I'm going to have to. I'm just waiting on the timing. Run far away, walk along the diagonal, do the skip. Just path really far. I don't chance any contact with Akkha. So this is where that movement north to south would be handy. Oh, well, never mind. Let's see how I get back in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, nothing there. Nothing cool going on with that one. Here's a back 1 tile out. Hopefully you can rewatch that. What just happened there was the orb was placed down in my way if I just tried to reverse directions. So I had to manually path 1 tile out, or I don't know, it was 1 tile different from a usual butterfly. It was like this. And that lets you skip over a orb in your way. So that manually pathing like that takes you out of the path you were dropping orbs on coming that direction anyway. So it lets you get around the black orb. So again, that's that. So my priority now is going to be staying out of Akkha's melee range, because keepback is on, and watching the DPS skip time. Because if he gets within melee range, he will do the keepback smack me, so I have to stay away from him. Okay, now I'm going to line up for a DPS skip. So here I'm doing a 6 tick. It's basically when your Fang would hit, that's the tick you step back. And then you step back in. 5th tick, that's when he would melee me. Here's a nice little... The nice thing is 3 blowpipes is also 6 ticks, so you can just move every 3 blowpipe hits. Let me just get the fuck away from the boss, and hopefully I don't get DPS checked by the quadrant. Nope, we're good. So that's the ideal situation right there. That Akkha had 1 mage range phase, and the rest of it was all butterflying with my shadow out, which is very ideal. I think I'm going to go ahead and blue pot Karis like really early on, so that I can just brew for a little bit after I do that. We're not going to pray redemption. just going to go ahead and pre-blue potion. Make sure my prayer points are high. So I'm clicking. Sometimes it's difficult to tell. Okay, I'm just going to hit with my Karis so that I can instantly spec if I get hit again. The Karis is decent enough that I think it's worth having that convenience right there that just happened. Really should melee thrall here. No reason to die from cum phase because there was 15 HP left or something. I'm looking at my stat regen on my salt, that because I want to obviously keep my DPS up. So if I do get hit, I want to make sure I'm brewing around a 15-second mark right there. I was 1 tick late, so I still brewed down anyway. My Karis is back up as well, so if my brew is gone, I can get back on the Karis healing. I can take 2 hits. So similarly, if I tank 1 hit, I'm just going to put my Karis on, make sure my prayer points are high. Never assume you're safe. Always be prepared to die. There we go. Can you pick up any of those potions up there? Okay, sweet.